Let's talk Galactic Legend, Ahsoka Tano. So everyone else has weighed in on their opinions on the requirements. I thought I'd give mine. I get asked all the time what I think the last requirements are going to be. I know it's not entirely fair from everyone that made predictions super early on because I get like what is it, 7 of them that I already know, right? So obviously we already have the first batch. We got that pretty early. Relic 9 Snips, Relic 8 Gas, Relic 5 Asajj, Relic 7 Night Trooper. And we also now know Enoch, Relic 7, Commander Ahsoka Tano, Relic 7, which is the first conquest character ever required for Galactic Legend, although she's pretty old at this point. And then, what's the last one? I've got it noted. We'll get over there and talk about that. So, right now we know Desert Perdia, Commander Ahsoka, and Enoch. So it was Enoch and Desert Perdia. Desert Perdia at Relic 7, Night Trooper at Relic 7, Enoch at Relic 7. These are the ones I'm confident about, and we'll talk about the relic levels for each. I'm 100% confident that we're going to need Relic 9 Ahsoka Tano Fulcrum. We need Relic 9 Snips, Relic 9 Cat, Relic 9 Fulcrum is the only thing that makes sense because we've got every other version of Ahsoka already required Relic 9. So it just feels like a layup for them to then go. And not to mention, she's not required for anything. She's great with unaligned force users, but she's not required for a single thing. So she doesn't have like a crazy high relic adoption rate. Next one that I'm pretty confident about is going to be Barriss. Barriss and Ahsoka had a pretty complicated relationship, just like Ventress and Ahsoka had a pretty complicated relationship. And that feels like an easy one because, again, she's not required for anything. So it feels like easy, like just not letting a lot of overlap because we already have so much overlap up here with gas. Like, Relic 8 gas is already a Lord Vader requirement. Anyone that has Lord Vader has that done immediately. Snips is not required for Jedi Master Kenobi, but she's kind of required because she is needed in his team. So like almost everyone at least has like a Relic 5 Ahsoka if you have Jedi Master Kenobi, and then everyone that has Jedi Master Kenobi probably has at least a Relic 7 Cat. So like there's a lot of overlap up here already to then go with our 3 marquee characters. So I think these two are easy. Sabine, I know they've sold a Lightspeed bundle, so I think I guess I should take some relic level guesses too. Barriss, I think, is going to be Relic 5. That's my guess on Barriss. Sabine, because they sold a Relic 3 Phoenix, like Rebel Lightspeed bundle, I think this is a Relic 7. I think Sabine at Relic 7. And that's purely because I don't think we're getting another Sabine for the Ahsoka show, so I think they'll use this one as like the placeholder. Captain Rex, and by that I mean CT Rex. You do have a character called Captain Rex now. Since Captain Rex is required for Leia, this one feels like the more likely option for GL Ahsoka to me. Not to mention he's not literally required for anything. Echo is required. ARC Trooper is required for Lord Vader, but CT 7567 Rex is not. He's a fantastic character. Lots of people have him at Relic, but probably only like Relic 5. I think this is a Relic 7 or 8 requirement. I only have Relic 7 from a long time ago. This is where I get to the ones I'm less confident about. Hera, I think, could easily wind up being a requirement. I think because, again, the Rebel Lightspeed bundle packs, I think this would be a Relic 7, maybe a Relic 8, but probably not more than Relic 7. Clone Wars Chewie is one that's getting speculated about a bunch. For me, it's either Clone Wars, like between these two, and then Cup would be like the other one I would maybe think. I hope it's between these two because he at least has a Wookiee tag. So like you could build a Wookiee team with him here. He did have the episode in the Clone Wars where him and Ahsoka were stranded on that island getting hunted by the Trandoshans. There's some relation there, as well as the fact that not a whole lot of people have a Relic Clone Wars Chewie. So I think that's a reasonable one for them to do. Otherwise, I think this spot is going to be like Jedi Knight Guardian or Cup, just like a trash character that people don't have that hasn't been sold in a Lightspeed bundle, isn't that good, but has like okay tags. And at least she is required for Battlefront Naboo, but that won't be a real reason to like worry about her. I doubt. I think I have all the characters pretty much relic, and even if I had a relic Jedi Knight Guardian, she wouldn't get used. But yeah, I'm thinking Jedi Knight Guardian or Cup here at the last spot. Relic level wise, for like Clone Wars Chewie, Cup, Jedi Knight Guardian, I think it's going to be 5 to 7. I don't think it would ever be past 7. I think probably 5 because we've already got Relic 8, Relic 9, Relic 7, Relic 7, Relic 5, Relic 9. I think that'll be 9. So like we've already got a lot of high relics, so I think these would be in the fives. The last spot is where I think it's a little controversial. It's either going to be Bo or Conquest Ezra. I think it's going to be Bo. I don't think it's going to be Conquest Ezra because they want anyone to be able to whale on it, right? Like, if they did Conquest Ezra, if you're below 4 million GP, you literally wouldn't be able to swipe your credit card and get her. I think that's the only reason why. And you could say the same thing about Cat, except you can buy her with Guild Event Token 3. So it's like, maybe. Like, Cat really does kind of stop that argument of like, oh, you can't. But she is incredibly old. So, because like he wouldn't even be Proving Grounds for a year. And I know that's not this Ezra, but we don't have the other one in game yet. Like, new Ezra wouldn't even be Proving Grounds for a year. So, like, you wouldn't even really be able to whale on it for like a hot minute. So, I just don't think they would do that. I think he will be vital to her team, whether he's required or not. But I think I lean more toward Ezra, and I think it was Beaver that had a theory that I really liked, where he said that it would be Bo required for this Galactic Legend, and Balin for the next one. And I think that's a pretty reasonable theory. We're coming up on Bo being permanent, probably like was it early next year, I think. And they run the event every single month, so that would be an easy one for people to then go and swipe their credit cards of Relic, Back Relic, Bam, Old Bow, Paz, and IG-12, and then get their bows. So I think that would be an easy one in terms of like whaleability, because that's something CG thinks about. They're always thinking, well, we want to make sure we don't stop people from spending money on this. If we make it unobtainable via the money route. I think that's an easy one. And like they've sold, they sold a Gaslight Speed bundle. They've sold Night Sister Light Speed bundles. Like they've sold a lot of this stuff recently. If they did Conquest Ezra, it would surprise me, but it wouldn't surprise me enough to not even like mention it. I think it's worth mentioning that they could, because they did require Cat, so it's certainly within the realm of possibility. But I lean more toward Bo. If they don't require either of these, which I'd be very surprised, then I think we could easily see a Bam at Relic 9, or we could see Cup. But like I think that we're short one legendary Epic Confrontation Journey Guide character in here, because like Gas has got Epic Confrontation, and that's it of like all the requirements that we've looked at through here. So I would be very surprised if we got through this without one more legendary Epic Confrontation. Got one Conquest character in here, but I would be a little surprised if we don't get like another Conquest legendary Epic Confrontation character, because a lot of these are literally just from the character. I mean, like Jedi Master Luke has like a bunch of legendaries and all kinds of other stuff required for him. So it's like, do you really wind up, have this like really high relic level character, but then only require one Epic Confrontation, one Conquest character, and then Cup, and that's it? I don't see that happening. I don't think Balin will be required. I think I've heard some people mention that. I think that definitely won't happen. I don't know. It's that's a questionable one, but let's talk a little bit more on what we think our team might be, and just in this last 8 minutes, or it's been 8 minutes here. We'll talk for 3 or 4 minutes here, just a little bit more about what I think our team will be. I think this is super speculation, so we're leaving the realm of like reasonable possibility and like guessing requirements to like what do I think our team's gonna be. Future Jack. Forgot. I didn't talk about the ship. I think it's not a bait and switch. I think it's Ahsoka's ship. I don't think it's going to be a new ship. I think we've gotten all the marquees announced and everything that we're going to get. So unless they do a Galactic Chase for a new ship, I think it's going to be Ahsoka's ship. All right, back to the rest of the video. And it's really a question of, does she get the Jedi tag, or does she get the online Force user tag, or does she get both? That's really the question. I think at one point I was wondering if maybe they would do like light side online Force users for Ahsoka, and she would maybe pull like Jedi Training Rey, Cal, Fulcrum, Seer, and like Visas, and do like a light side online Force user team. And then like when they add Balin, maybe he would be a dark side online Force user lead. But they've already mentioned that he's going to get that mercenary tag, so that kind of throws that theory out the window, because they wouldn't take Seer and leave Malicos homeless. That just wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. Plus, we don't have enough dark side online Force users to feel that. So I think I'm leaning less toward this theory now. But if we think about Jedi, I mean, how many Jedi do we have that like just don't have a home, right? Like pretty much all the Galactic Republic Jedi are going with JMK. I don't think they would. Snips needs a Galactic Republic tag to be good. So it's like, if I work my way through here, Obviously, you can't put GLs together, so you wouldn't be related to either of these two. He's got his own team. Cal, maybe you could steal. She wants Galactic Republic. Maybe you could steal Jedi Luke, but I really doubt they would do that. I think GMY is a fantastic candidate that doesn't have a ton of a home right now. JMK, maybe you could steal Revan. But again, you're really cutting into the JML team at this point. Maybe you steal Shakti, but she's just not that good. Beck kind of does his own thing. You want Galactic Republic there. Mace kind of has a home, but you could maybe justify taking him. Bastel, I think, would be a good one to take. But it's like, okay, well, what tag do we get? Like I think Ezra and Kanan, like if they did like a Phoenix Jedi like combo, like Phoenix Jedi allies, blah blah blah, like you could do really well with Ezra and Kanan in her team. And then, or they could do like a Fall of the Empire Jedi tag, so it's like a Jedi Survivor Jedi tag. Do like any, I know technically Ezra didn't survive Order 66, but like Jedi that are alive post Order 66, then they would have like Ezra, Kanan, Hermit Yoda, Old Ben maybe, but like you could maybe do something like that. There has to be some tag to like make it work. I don't think it would just be generic Jedi because that would be so hard for them to test and future proof that I think it's going to wind up being something like that, like a Jedi Survivor Jedi tag or something like that. That's where I'm leaning now. And if I were to like hazard a guess, like say this is going to be her team, and we're going to use Snips as the placeholder, so just pretend this is Jill Ahsoka. Okay, I think we would be getting if they're trying to not steal from other teams, Ezra and Kanan are a layup. Old Ben, I know he gets used with Starkiller a lot, but I think that would be reasonable. And then like Hermit Yoda's reasonably popular. I would love to see Plo, but like if they kept it into like that post episode 6 but before episode 7 era, I don't know because we do have yeah post episode 6. I guess Kanan's dead, right? Spoiler alert for Rebels. I guess we haven't seen Rebels, but I don't know. It's tough, but I think this is reasonable unless they also wanted to pull in like Fulcrum, or they could like swap Kanan out for Cal. We could do like and sorry, this is new Ezra to be clear. I'm talking new Ezra, not old Ezra, but you could do old Ezra, new Ezra, like Cal, Hermit Yoda, maybe. I'm not sure. It's really hard to like speculate on her team Jedi wise. I would love to hear what you guys think her team is going to be. I think that's a really fun point of speculation. Do you think she's going to get the Line Forces tag? Do you think she's going to get the Jedi tag? And what do you think of my picks? Do you think we're going to get these are my super confident. How much do you guys align with this on the super confident side of things? And don't forget Enoch is up here in our known category. That's why there's 8. My reaches, how do you guys land on those? Do you think it'll be Cup instead of Jedi Guardian? And then do you think it'll be Bo, Ezra, or neither of them? So thank you very much, and I'll see you guys in the next one.